Christian Paul, thank you so much for joining us on WRSU, Rutgers Radio. How are you? What's going on in your world right now?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm actually outside right now. I don't know if you can hear birds chirping, but no, I'm doing well. Happy to be back in Florida in quarantine with my family. How about you guys?
Yeah, we're good. Just staying home right now, I just wanted to say congrats on your EP, your self-titled EP, Christian Paul. 6 incredible songs. It's been out for a little over a month. So what does it feel like to have that out in the world?
Yeah, no, it has been absolutely incredible to see the support and love that this project has gotten, not just from streaming platforms putting it on playlists and showing love that way, but also just from people that are discovering the music, that are direct messaging me on Facebook or Instagram on a daily basis, just telling me about how they discovered Chapter on Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube, and that I've earned a fan. So it's been cool to have conversations with people who appreciate the music that I put so much time into.
Yeah, that's amazing. You have some really cool music videos too on YouTube to go along with all the songs on the EP. Did you have a favorite video to film? Was there any cool locations that you filmed in?
That's a great question. I really loved filming all of them, and I know that's that's not really an answer.
That's okay.
But I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. I loved working on Chapter. That was really fun. We were in this huge Victorian mansion for the video. And then just the crew was so much fun. I mean, the crew was great on all the videos, but Chapter, I think because it was for the first single on the project, it was the first one we worked on. That one's probably the most special to me.
Yeah, that one was really fun. I like the scene where you guys are just on the ground and there's confetti falling on your faces. And I'm thinking, how did they get this shot? I mean, I'm not a videographer, but do you want to give a little behind the scenes story about that shot?
So I can't really speak on the movie magic. I think they probably filmed it in slow motion, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on one second. But that scene for me, the thing that I remember the most about it is that we filmed it probably 3 or 4 times, and each time confetti would get in my nose and mouth, and I would just die laughing on the floor. And the actress that was working with me that day, she didn't say anything, but I could totally tell by her the look that she was giving me. She's like, "Come on, bro. Why are you laughing, man? That's so unprofessional."
Oh no. Yeah, that I could imagine it gets messy sometimes when you have all those props around you, but it was definitely really cool. And I like the way each song had its own aesthetic, and you guys combine the feeling of the song with the videos. So I also wanted to talk, because I did kind of a deep dive on your Instagram and just getting to know you really. So you restarted your Instagram feed last February, and I just wanted to know what do you think are what are the differences really between what you had on there previously, if you had an Instagram before that, and then what's happened in the last year?
Yeah, totally. So before or prior to rebranding and taking my Instagram down, I was just, a kid in high school. I was just posting my frequency wasn't where it's at now. So I mean, it was very rare that I posted. I probably like had, I don't know, 20 photos over the course of like 3 or 4 years. But yeah, so I mean, I had like prom pictures up,
Yeah.
um, videos from, me and my friends in class, just things of that nature. So when I rebranded, I actually ended up changing my username as well, and I really just wanted it to be a fresh start where people knew like this was a page for an artist.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely comes across that way. And it's cool to like know, okay, this is Christian Paul, the artist, and you're definitely giving, like, I think giving fans what they want with like all the covers recently, and just like, it's very fitting and it's cool. I like looking through it. But um during quarantine, speaking of like content and playing music, have you discovered anything new about your musical interest during quarantine? Maybe like practicing any new instruments?
Yeah, not really practicing any new
Yeah.
instruments, but I've been writing quite a bit for this next project. So just steadily putting songs in the vault. I mean, I have this home studio set up in my house that I just, I come back to my room and get to my creative process in. So yeah, that's what my days have really consisted of. That, and then because I can't go out and hang with friends like in person, just Zoom calls or phone meetings with management. But yeah, musically, that's kind of where I'm at, just really really buckling down on getting music together for this next project.
Yeah, how different, I mean, I know like we're isolated right now, but how different is that writing process now than it was for the EP?
It's different in that it's less collaborative. Um, I I mean, fortunately, my manager, Evan Rogers, is one of the dopest songwriters, one of my favorite collaborators um, that I've worked with. So that's been really cool to write these songs and then send it to him just to get feedback, and if he has any like um, you know constructive criticisms or tips on where like the song should go, or if I should tweak a lyric here. I don't hesitate to send it to him because I really respect his opinion, and we're in communication like every day.
Cool. Yeah. So did you write some of the EP in London? I think I maybe heard that in an interview where you were in London at some point while writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote this like the debut EP in Los Angeles primarily. But before that, I probably spent close to a year and a half just collaborating with different producers and songwriters that I really respected, putting songs in the vault, just getting prepared for the EP drop. And so it's crazy. We actually ended up narrowing the EP down to 6 songs that we recorded like within the last 2 months of that whole process of that year and a half.
Mm.
And all of those songs were written in Los Angeles. But yeah, so I have been to London. I did a writing trip out there that lasted about a month. I was in between London and Wales.
Mm-hmm. All right. So when you were out in the UK or London, because like I know in one of your interviews you said that you wanted to play the O2. So I was just wondering, like, what are some of your favorite things? I mean, I'm not based in London either, but like
Yeah, yeah.
I've been there once, and it's lovely. But what are like some of your favorite things, maybe not just about London, but like about traveling in general? Like, what do you like to do when you get
Yeah.
to your city?
No, I love I just love meeting new people with like from a different culture uh, than me, because when you go to the UK, just the UK in general, especially England, like the humor is so much different, and the people are very warm and friendly, but it's in a different way. Especially like for me growing up in the South, um, I was always used to like the typical uh, Southern hospitality, you
Hmm.
know, yes ma'am, no ma'am, but with British hospitality and their humor, like running side by side, running alongside of the hospitality. It's like
Yeah.
they're super dry, but so generous. Um, so I love meeting new people in the UK. Um, I would say my other favorite part of the UK trip um, was uh, going to Wales and just seeing how beautiful the landscape was. I remember um, being on the train ride from London to, or my bad, Surrey to Wales, and just looking out at um, at everything that we were passing, and it was like just absolutely gorgeous. It was almost like we were in the movie. I don't know if you remember the movie The Chronicles of Narnia,
Yeah,
um,
of
like
course.
that first one. But I felt like I was on like the movie set of Chronicles of Narnia. Um, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was beautiful, and then not to mention the food is incredible. Fish and chips, curry, the Indian food is amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I just love experiencing, um, new cultures, meeting um, people from other places.
Yeah. Hopefully when this is over, you'll get to travel a lot more,
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
everywhere, honestly. Okay, so this is kind of like off topic from the music, but I saw like a few fans commenting on your stuff, like, what, how do you get your hair like that? And I don't want to, that might just be like natural for you, and I totally understand that, but do you
Oh
have
no.
like a hair care routine that you have to do, or?
So very recently, I've developed more of like a hair care uh, like process,
Mhm.
and that consists of like making a coconut oil hair mask and like putting it in my hair, because now my hair is like mad long, and I mean, I'm sure you can probably tell a little bit from photos, but when I stretch it out, because of how tight my curls are, it looks shorter, but when I stretch it out, it goes past my chin. Um, but on a day-to-day basis, like whenever I'm styling my hair, I use Moroccan oil curl cream, and it's just like a curl hydration um, cream. It almost has like the same consistency of like a lotion.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like literally last week my brother was like, "How do I get my hair to be curl like because he has natural curls but has no idea how to do his hair." So,
Yeah,
I'll let him know. But
yeah,
I just like
definitely.
wanted to ask cuz I feel like people were wondering. And yeah, if there is anything else like you want people to know about your music, like any kind of last words for this interview, or maybe just where people can find your music, if you want to plug any of that.
Totally, yeah. So you can find me on social media platforms. Instagram, it's at this is Christian Paul. Twitter is at this is C Paul. And then just search up Christian Paul on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music to find my music and music videos.
Awesome. Well, we'll be sure to share that with all of our listeners. And thank you so much again for talking to us today. We'll talk to you soon.